Welcome back to the Legend Experience. Y'all, this is gonna be my first Mean Girls review officially that's going to get uploaded. But before we get into that, y'all, make sure that y'all tune into my Baddies Midverse review that I just posted and that in my RuPaul Drag Race fashion review that I posted on Friday. Make sure that y'all tune into those too. I know I'm giving y'all a lot of content, but make sure that y'all like, comment, and subscribe. So basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do an overview of like some key moments from episode 1 and 2 because there wasn't really much besides a couple of big events and some fights that I think really stuck out to me. But this is the cast, I think, for the most part. Some of their names confused me, so I gave some of their duos my own nickname because I didn't like their nicknames. And also in the intro, we got two Vanity sisters, but I could have sworn that the two sisters in the blue up in the top right, I could have sworn that their names was the Rats dolls or something like that. But I guess they're Vanity sisters too. But I just don't call them that. I call them the Bratz dolls. And then you see Barbie in Pressure or Haste or whatever. But some things that happened that I thought was a big thing was the triple threat drama. As far as them not including Fly Nye, I personally think that Cashmere is just not emotionally mature. She is very immature and she has saw no growth on none of her seasons with Now That's TV since South Central Baddies. Like, she's still the same person. You don't see any growth. And Fly Night was just pouring her heart out, and you could see that like Cashmere wasn't being pretty receptive to that. And I feel like Knuckles is in the middle, but I really think she fucks with Cashmere more, or she might just be scared of Cash more. But I feel like she wants to like Fly Night, but since Cash don't like Fly Night, she don't want to like Fly Night. And I don't know. They're supposed to be a trio, but I don't think it's going to last from what we have seen because they're too hot-headed, all of them. And then I think the next big thing was the Vanity Sisters versus PCB. And I like the Vanity Sisters since episode 1. I thought they were funny. I thought they popped their shit. They might not be the best fighters, but I found them funny and I enjoyed them. And the PCB girls, I don't like them. Episode 1, Mac, whatever her name is, was looking a fucking mess the whole episode. She still looks a mess even in them confessionals with that shiny green ass face. Like, literally is Martin Luther King in the wig. And her duo Zanaya, which I never liked her ever since she came onto South Central Baddies. She looks like that the Kim Possible Necro rat. Like, that's what's Ron Unstoppable's rat name, Rufus. That bitch looks like Rufus in a wig. I don't like neither one of them hoes. But anyway, the Vanity Sisters basically got beat up by them. So after they got beat up by them, that's how this whole drama between Triple Threat and the Vanity Sisters popped off, because Triple Threat basically was trying to hold the Vanity Sisters. But just like a couple months before that, they were all teaming up against two other duos. So once Triple Threat saw that the Vanity Sisters got beat up, they started like trying to sun them and saying, y'all got your ass beat, y'all got your ass beat. Like, there's ways to talk to people. Like, if you was just cool with them, you could have said, y'all did get beat up, but this is what y'all could do next time so that way y'all don't get beat up, because I really like y'all. I don't know y'all like that, but I do like y'all, and I like that y'all robbed us. So I'm gonna just tell you bitches to not let these little bitches punk y'all, because I don't want to see y'all get punked. And this is what y'all could do next round. Like, hype them up in a way. But the way that they was talking to them, it was like degrading. Like, they were trying to punk and hold them, and the Vanity Sisters wasn't going for that. And I like that about them, because you're not about to hold them, win, lose, or draw. Like, I love that. But basically they end up getting into it, and Hennessy, which is the sister in the all black, she pop up and she's like, okay, well, you bitches keep talking down to us and y'all saying we got our ass beat. Well, how about y'all beat our ass? So then they end up getting jumped by the Triple Threat, and it was Cash and Fly Nine on Hayes, and then Hennessy versus Knuckles. So basically they got jumped, and then that led into episode 3. And in episode 3, Knuckles and Hennessy end up running another round after that, and we go watch that because you know I love getting into the fights.
We got jumped. I ended up running that shit with Knuckles again.
Ooh. Ooh. Yes, come on, Hennessy. Get her, Hennessy. Get her, Hennessy. Fuck Knuckles up. Fuck that dude. They're editing this like this is BGC. Ooh, 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 ooh. Dang. Ooh, they was getting in, baby girl. That's not how that works. Ooh. Get her, Hennessy. Get her, Hennessy. Ooh. Get her, Hennessy. These fights. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Although Hennessy did get thrown on the ground at the end, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like she kept up and she did a good job. And I'm liable to say that she won the fight. I don't give a fuck. Fuck Knuckles, fuck Cashmere, fuck Fly 9. Hennessy handled that. She ate up. She did good. And they was getting in there, and I fucking love that. But anyway, why was Cashmere crying the fuck down in the corner like somebody done stole her fucking dog or somebody about to arrest her favorite person when Knuckles is fighting Hennessy? Like, girl, it's a one-on-one fight. It's a fair fight. Y'all triple threat can't be jumping every fucking fight. Like, that's insane. Pressure and Barbie are talking shit to each other like they always do. And I don't agree with a lot of the stuff Pressure be saying or whatever when she be referring misusing Barbie's pronouns, not using the proper pronouns, or calling her Chris Tucker because she is a transgender woman. I don't agree with none of that stuff. But a lot of now that's TV audience and cast members and producers like that type of humor. That's never made me laugh. Will never make me laugh. But yeah, Pressure looks overstuffed. She does. She looks. That prison weight is getting to her. They're talking about how they're going to this Freaknik party, and I guess it's Chink's party. If y'all don't know who Chinks is, he that light skinned man. So I guess they're going to his party or whatever, and they told them there was no fighting. And then that's when Queen D and Chanel, who are sisters, they pulled up to the party, and Queen D said that she knows this bitches is waiting for her, and she's talking about TTG. Or whatever. And TTG were the winners from last season. I didn't really care for TTG last season, not gonna hold, but I mean they deserved their win because they were carrying in some sport. But my favorites was
she's about to do what she's about to do.
Whatever. A whole montage of them partying or whatever. There wasn't really much to talk about as far as like the party at the first part. And it was just kind of them partying, jumping around. Everybody looked like they was having a good old time. It looked like it was fun. It was a fun time. And Cash looked like she was going off in a little montage. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Why is she going off? Then they went back to just twerking and ass shaking. And the cameraman was even getting twerked on. Like, baby, don't you got a job? You can't have job and pleasure. You over here giving... I know you're about to get your check deducted for getting twerked on and recording. Like, you need to be doing your job. But anyway, it's not this TV, so look ghetto, little ratchet, look ghetto. But anyway, at the end of this, Cash and Knuckles end up getting into an argument with the Vanity sisters, Hayes and Hennessy. Knuckles walked up to Hennessy and said she's going to need that again. And Hennessy said, well, you're going to get that. And then Cash came out of nowhere and told Henny, you need to stop telling my twin that she's going to get that. And then he said, well, no, because I am going to give her that. And that's why I fuck with the Vanity sisters. Like, Knuckles definitely feels like she lost that fight. And I know she felt it. She felt like she didn't really do her 1-2 on it. So that's why she want to run it back. And also, like, you can't be pressing up against somebody and expect for somebody just to be scared of you because y'all are heavy hitters. Like, nobody's about to just bow down to you bitches because y'all heavy hitters. And the fact that y'all trying to throw around y'all weight and shit. But if Billy was there, none of you bitches would be doing none of this shit. Like, Cashmere, you've been ducking face from Billy for how many seasons now? Like, if Billy is there to whoop your ass again, you wouldn't be doing none of this. So I don't know. Queen D and Chanel want to see TTG and they want to fight or whatever. And then a whole lot of chaos breaks out because of some debacle about a microphone or a water bottle. Like, I really don't fucking know what the fuck happened. I really stopped taking notes after this because it just became a whole lot of like, I didn't understand what was going on or what was happening, because it was he said, she said. Y'all had all these cameras in here having it record ass shaking, but y'all didn't get the footage that we needed to see, which was who the fuck was fighting. Because at the end of the day, that's what the fuck I want to see. I want to see who the fuck is tussling and fighting, not who ass shaking the best. If I wanted to see that, I just watch myself do it at the end of the damn day. But nonetheless, I guess what happened was somebody was passing a mic or something, and it hit Winter or Dolly, which is the Brat sisters. It hit them in their head, and then they end up swinging on Hayes, which is the Vanity sisters. And then Hayes and Hennessy end up getting double teamed by PCB, which is Rufus with a wig and Martin Luther King with a wig, in the Brat Stalls versus the Vanity sisters. So they just all started trying to fight them and tussle with them or whatever, kicking them, do too much at this party. And basically, all of the mean girls ended up getting put out the party. So when they got to the house, the Vanity sisters end up getting jumped. And I can understand that Hennessy mouth is reckless, but they both were extremely drunk. And I feel like when you're dealing with drunk people, there's just certain ways that you don't talk to them because they're drunk. Like, if Hennessy was trying to, like, I wouldn't even be talking to them because I'm like, girl, you're drunk. Like, get out of my face. Like, go to bed. Do you need some water? Do you need some crackers? But I felt like people were seeing after that they got beat up by the small girls on the season that they were trying to nitpick and punk with them. Like, even Barbie and Pressure were even trying to pick and punk with them or whatever, and it was just weird. It gave us weird, especially like on a sprinter where they just kept saying, you bitches need to shut up, or you bitches need to do this. Like, the way that y'all talking to them and then y'all expect them to receive the information and calm down, I feel like it's just completely asinine. I feel like there's a way to talk to people. Granted, Hennessy mouth was getting them into a lot of shit, but also them people were pressing up on them first and also talking shit and talking crazy to them first. And then that's when Hennessy started popping shit. So now they feel like they backed up against the wall. So anytime anybody says anything, now they own go, because like, bitch, I'm drunk. I'm out of my mind. Got bitches trying to jump me and shit. I don't know who with me, who not with me, because the bitches who we thought we was cool with end up wanting to fight us too. So like, I can understand being in that drunk state of mind and being on go. Like, the fact that a lot of other people are not understanding that and they're just sitting there, keep egging them on and antagonizing them, I feel like it's weird. 2, you get no cool points from me. 3, is fuck y'all forever. Like, that shit was weird. But anyway, they're standing out back, Hennessy and Hayes, and then that's when basically they're talking about how they want to go home because they don't want to fight anymore. They don't want to do anything. They want to sober up. They want to go to bed and sober up, so that way, if y'all want to fight in the morning, they can fight with a sober mind, because they've been fighting the whole night drunk, mind you. So basically that's when Zanaya, Rufus with a wig, came running out and talking about she want to fight. And literally you could hear Hayes saying, I don't want to fight right now. And after that, I would have been like, okay, cool. You don't want to fight? Cool. I'll get your ass tomorrow. Like, we got so many days in the house. Like, there's no need to keep fighting somebody after they said they don't want to fight no more. Fight them later. Fight them when they're sober. Like, y'all keep fighting them when they're drunk. Also, there was tussling going on in the house with Zanaya, Rufus with a wig, and Martin Luther King with a wig versus Double Trouble. They was also tussling in the house, doing a whole lot of. So the security definitely had their hands filled. But also, now this TV, if y'all know y'all got all these girls with all this drama, y'all need to hire more security so that way y'all can actually secure the premises. Y'all put the Vanity sisters in danger when y'all had people fighting in the house, and then also you had TTG and the Timberlands fighting out in the front or whatever. So it's 3 different groups fighting at once. So I could understand how it can happen. Could have been fucking prevented. That's all I'm gonna say. It could have been prevented. So basically, the Brat Stalls, the girls still with the blues on, they went out, side and basically jumped Hayes. And at the same time that Hayes was getting jumped, Hennessy was getting jumped by Knuckles, Cashmere, and Fly Nine at the fucking same time. And Pressure definitely said she set up the ambush for them. And it just left a whole bad taste in my mouth about all of them, because it's like, one, the Vanity sisters can't really even fight like that. Like, they could get up there and I feel like they could hold their own, but they can't really fight like that. But like Fly Nine, Cashmere, and Knuckles, all three of y'all can fight. Like, y'all can handle your own. There's no need to be jumping. Also, there's no need to be fighting bitches that you know that can't really fight like that. Like, there is no need for that. Like, it's weird. It's fucking weird. And it's weird that Pressure, who has been on the receiving end of being tag team and jumped by people, and she know how that felt, that she was the one that egged it on. Like, literally on Greek Life, you were getting ragtagged by Fly Nine, Ivory, and Jazz. And it was just fucking weird. Like, you were getting in by Liddy and Nina. Like, you know what it feels like to be ganged up on. The fact that you put somebody else through that experience that you experienced, I feel like it's just completely and utterly weird. And I can't really fuck with you anymore. Like, I do like a lot of your sayings, and I feel like some of them are funny. And a jump was had, and a jump is had, and a jump was definitely had, girl. And I just can't fuck with you no more. But they basically had a big ass knot on Hayes' head, and Hennessy did have a knot, but her knot was kind of more wide spread out or whatever. And they was kicking Hennessy in her face. Like, Fly Night was kicking Hennessy in her face while she was down. Cashmere was kicking her. Knuckles was kicking her. It was just bad all around. Like, it just left a bad taste in my mouth. And then they jumped them again, this time with Rufus and MLK. Like, they jumped them again. They just kept trying to jump them, but then they end up moving them to the splitter or whatever to get them saved. But I'm not gonna watch that fight. I'm not gonna watch none of those fights because I feel like it was not a fair fight, and it just left a bad taste in my mouth. Like, I understand now that TV is gonna be ghetto and ratchet TV, but like, that was just downright disgusting. Like, this was an actual jump, not that baddie shit. That baddie shit wasn't a jump. That was a tag team fucked up jump. Like, that wasn't a jump. Like, this was a jump. A jump was definitely had here. Like, and it was disgusting. I almost didn't want to review the show. I almost didn't even want to put out this review just after watching that. Like, it left a bad taste in my mouth about everybody who was involved. Didn't like none of them. Another big thing that happened was the Tim, although they have a different name. I think they call the Buddhas, the something, but I'm gonna call them the Tims because they both had their bedazzled Tims on, and I feel like that just fits them more because Queen D is known for having her Tims on and off whenever she fighting, but she loses no matter if they on or off. But like, I still like Queen D. She still gets out there. But this is Queen D's sister, Chanel, and this is TTG, the sisters. That's Ball Out and Raj. So it's sisters versus sisters. And I guess they had some drama in the group chat, so they wanted to tussle and fight. But I will watch their fight because it was actual even fight, duo on duo, which MEANGIRLS season 1 was basically like it was duo versus duo. And
Open up.
Ooh, they getting in there. Ooh, they getting in there. Look at Ball Out. Get her Ball Out. Ooh. Turn her up.
Break it up.
My sister was beating Ball Out ass. She bop, bop, bop.
On point. Get that one.
I'm sorry. Ooh, Queen was doing good. Roster was doing good, but Queen was doing good.
Damn.
Get her, Queen. I don't like Roz. I'm sorry. Get her, Queen. Get her, Queen. Get her, Queen.
What's that? What that?
Yeah.
Feel me?
Get her, Queen.
What?
Titties just all out. Hold on. I don't know if I can show all that, girl. I was cracking up because it looked like Chanel wasn't believing whatever Queen D was saying. I feel like Chanel knew that she got beat up. But Queen D was definitely hyping her up with the delusion. It just looked like she was not agreeing with her at all. I'm sorry. I had to giggle. I had to laugh. And it was fucking funny because she looked like she wasn't agreeing. But I'm not going to say, I'm going to say TTG got that. But I'm not going to say that the Timbs absolutely got their ass beat. I feel like they just got beat up. But they still hung in there. But I really thought that Chanel was going to whoop Ball Out's ass just because of size alone. And she kind of looked a little stocky and looked like she got some strength. But Ball Out surprised me. And Raj and Queen D was a good match. Like, they was going toe to toe. Like, Queen D, you have learned from over these seasons. But nonetheless, this was my favorite fight of the episode besides the Knuckle versus Hennessy one. The Knuckle versus Hennessy one was definitely one of my favorites too. But this one was my favorites because it was duo on duo like Mean Girls is. And I loved every second of it. My overall rating of this episode is a -10 out of 10. I did not like how the jump happened. Now that's TV, y'all should get sued for the way that y'all let them girls get jumped. It was distasteful. It was disgusting. And every single person involved, from production to security to the cast members to the hosts that were involved in the hazing ritual, whatever the fuck that was absolutely disgusting. Like, I never seen anything like that on a network show like that. Like, it was worse than BGC 11 when they jumped, what's the name? Haley, when they jumped her. Like, it was worse. Like, this was absolutely weird on everybody's part. No matter if they was talking shit to a lot of these people, that don't mean that y'all all go jump them. Y'all could run y'all rounds separately. The fact that there was 3 duos jumping them is insane. 3 duos plus 2 duos plus a triplets was jumping them. Like, that's insane. So no, like, it's definitely fuck all of them. But y'all, overall, next week seemed like it's gonna be a good week. This is where we get the opening fight. It looked like TTG and the Timberlands are going to be fighting again. It looks like Hennessy and Hayes are still in the house. They're going to be fighting again. And it looks like Double Trouble is going to be there and fighting again. Hopefully we don't get no jumping and we get some fair fights. Like, I like how Mean Girls is. Mean Girls season 1. Mean Girls season 1 was so much better. I feel like Cashmere and Knuckles definitely declassed the show. And I definitely think that the Zanaya and her duo plus her friendship duo with the Brats just is not a good mix for the cast. Like, it gives bandwagon bitches, and I didn't like it. I don't like it. I like that season 1 didn't have a lot of well-known people on it, nor did it have people who like really know each other like that. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I didn't like this episode, but I can't wait for next week to see what exactly happens. I hope yeah, Now That's TV does better on y'all security. But nonetheless, y'all, thank you for tuning in. Make sure that y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Share y'all thoughts about this situation. Did y'all feel the same way, or did y'all feel like it was justified? We can get in the comments and we can converse and talk about our points and agree or disagree. I don't care, y'all, but make sure that y'all do tune in tonight to my Baddies live review with GM Movie Bay. You know, I always got to do a plug. I'll check the description as well, because I'm going to have links to my other videos. So y'all can go ahead, just click it and watch it after this one. But y'all, thank you.